Well, we do have another guest, but Mark will do us the honors. Mark.
Thank you, Chamberlain. I have with me Mr. Kenneth Odidika, who is a legal practitioner. Thank you for coming on Sunrise Daily.
This is all mine. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So what was your reading of the situation when you saw on the newspapers the threat to Igbos living in the northern parts of the country?
Thank you. First of all, I'm an Igbo man and a Nigerian. The problem with Nigeria, amongst other things, is you have people who call themselves youth, who definitely are not young. Could not be. A 60-year-old man was a youth leader in a political party in Nigeria. And at 60 years, supposed to be a grandfather. So I wonder what your son is, if you're a youth. So people with that kind of thing in Nigeria, you now have people who ought to be directing and advising the real young ones, acting like young ones. So wisdom flies out of the window. It is quite unfortunate that some groups of people could congregate in a place, a symbolic place like Arewa House, which stands for something, and we know what it stands for, to make such a declaration. And it's more unfortunate, the reactions or the response from the leadership of Arewa, of the North. The ACF, in its pretended sanctioning of the declaration, of the cardinal declaration, was obvious, or was obviously stating that they supported the declaration.
You say it's
yes.
Hypocritical?
Very hypocritical.
How?
It's not even, they made it, I mean, it's clear in their statement. It's not even, hypocrisy is when I'm pretending, when I'm saying what I don't mean. They said it there, that they were sympathetic to the frustration of the Arewa youth vis-a-vis the stance of the IPOB to stay, they are ordered for people to stay at home. And the gentleman who just left here, who belongs to who is a member of the council of our Consolidated Forum, also said, in fact, in most of this he said, you could hear him, and you took him up on it, that they appear sympathetic to this. And I do not understand how anybody could relate, where I don't have authority, for instance, in Abuja here, to order anybody not to go to the market. But I have a right to say it here. I can say nobody should go to the market. And if you decide not to go to the market, I'm not going to compensate you financially for not going to the market. A group of people who don't have the right, the power to order anybody to stay at home, to restrict, to prevent anybody from going out, came out and said, don't go out. And people decided to stay indoors. It's for their employers to sack those who didn't come to work. It's for the people to find a way to feed their family for not any income that day. So how does that relate? How can that be the reason for some group somewhere to now say, move, get out of this place in 3 months? Because when that happens, well, some people I rely on what they read. Some of us were alive, we were born. I was 8 years in 1967. And I was very literate. My parents were teachers. Very, very literate. I could read Nigeria Outlook. That was the newspaper then. So, if people are taking this lightly and not watching exactly, reading between the lines about what is being said, the government of Kaduna State has issued its own statement where it first of all justified this action.
I didn't see any justification in that statement.
If you could play back what the spokesman of the Kaduna State government said.
What we have...
He said, first of all, he just played it now.
Yeah, we played it. He said we strongly condemn.
Is that so?
Well, that's how the statement starts.
That's not enough.
That's how the statement starts.
First of all, there's something called deniability. I could send my younger brother or my staff to do something and come, oh my God, these young children again. When I said it, so I condemn that. However, in the course of it, said, 2 wrongs do not make a right. And what did they say just before they say 2 wrongs do not make a right? That where somebody does something illegal and irresponsible, 2 wrongs, first of all, you have determined that that one was wrong. You have determined that. And you're saying that do not repay wrong with wrong.
Are you saying
what
that?
you,
just a moment. Are you saying that? And you told me you're speaking to me as a Nigerian this morning.
I'm an Igbo man. You can't say go and kill my brother.
As an Igbo man and
a Nigerian.
And a Nigerian.
Right.
So let me address you as a Nigerian. You see absolutely nothing wrong with the order given by IPOB and MASOB.
You see, some of us have a reservation about some activities of the group IPOB. However, like I said, right here in